Yep, there it is. There it is. What's going on, world? Rainy Monday live chat. I don't think we've done rainy ones, rainy episodes. I don't know. I don't know when. Also, like it hasn't been fall. Obviously, it hasn't been fall for a whole year. To the point where like every time I'm like hearing rain and like leaves drop and stuff like that, I'm like I gotta get used to it. Like I heard a giant. This is last night. Also this morning, giant leaf just like hit the concrete right to the side of me. It wasn't even like super loud, but it was enough to just kind of make me look around like who's how was someone walking that close? I know I didn't walk past someone that was walking that close, but I got to get used to this again. So it's kind of throwing me off, which is funny. But also, I'm also like not using my older headphones, so I have my. Do I have it on? Yeah, I brought it with me. My bone conduction headphones, and I've been I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been using headphones in general less. You know, my at my work at my excuse me at my workplace, we can't use headphones at all, and no one wants speakers or loud music or whatever going on. That's like a manager's or boss's decision or whatever. So because of that, I've been having less headphone time. So my ears are just a little more. I feel a little more attuned to stuff. I use headphones in the library though. 3 hour ish Silk Song session on the Steam, or playing Silk Song from Steam. And yeah, man, yeah, yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Like I think for the first 40 minutes, 40 50 minutes, I tried to fight Savage Beast Fly in the Far Fields volcanic area, and that was rough. I was like, yeah, I can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe am I missing a few things? Like I know there's a way to beat them, um, but I think like I had a thought back. I started thinking back to my friend Defective. They were telling me about he's like, how far are you at? And then we're kind of in the same area, and then they started saying something about the double jump. I was like, it's crazy. I got this far without the double jump. I was like, and they're like, let me explain something to you. They're like, you know how much ground you can cover, and how many levels you can go through faster now once you get the double jump. I was like, you telling me doing the down attack the whole time, bouncing off spikes and gears and all this, like the whole time I was struggling, I could have just double jumped my way through levels. I was like, yeah, it's gonna make life a whole lot easier. So I was like, okay, I gotta find this. Now the thing is, I thought about it as soon as I was fighting Savage Beastfly because he summons these smaller, um, like fire spitting bugs or whatever, and that stuff is kind of crazy. They threw me off a little bit. So anyway, I'm fighting this thing, and I'm like, hold on, man, I gotta let me message, and they're like, yeah, go to Mount Fay. I'm like, oh, that's right. I was trying to remember exactly where it was because it wasn't on my map. It's not marked on my map because the slab is in between it, and I don't have a map for the slab. So the way they purposely made this game, the way they designed it, I was like, you know what, man? They put a lot of thought. They put a lot of thought into this, and I don't know what to make of it, man. Because it's killing me. Some days it's killing me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. So I'm trying to get better at the game, just in general, just to get better at the game. It's a little hard. Yeah, man. Hey, do you play Silk Song 2, bro? Let me know if you play Silk Song 2. It's rough, man. No spoilers, though. No spoilers. I'm pretty much at the end of Act 2, but no spoilers, though. Not just for me, but for anyone else that plays, I might drop in. But yeah, man. So it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. Oh, shoot. Getting hit with hella rain. Give me a second. Um, yeah, that was rough. That was like a 3 hour, so like I said, I was fighting Savage Beast Life for about 40 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. And I started thinking, like, the time I'm spending doing this, it's not bad. It's not a bad idea. However, I kind of want to progress through the game, cover more of the map. I know I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. You said you want to play, but you haven't gotten it yet. I mean, it's only like $20. If you pay 25, you pay $5 extra for the soundtrack or something. So if you get the bundle, it's up to you if you want the soundtrack. Um, but I think it's only $20 on Steam, from what I remember. My bad. Oh, Bulldog, you subscribe? Oh, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Bulldogs are the best. Yeah, Bulldogs are the best. Bulldogs are. I like that. I like that name because I do like Bulldogs, man. They are the best. I've always liked pit bulls, bulldogs, Rottweilers, those kind of dogs. You know, nothing against the German shepherds. I mean, I know they shed a lot. Even the huskies and stuff. My coach used to have a husky. I was telling someone about I pet. Well, I don't know if I pet it, but I was just asking this dude passing by. I was going to my friend's house on Saturday. Dude was passing by walking his dog. It was a husky. I was like, "Is this a husky right here?" And he goes, "What's it called?" He goes, "Yes, a husky." And I was like, no, I can't remember how the conversation went, but I said something about. I was like, so, as I love huskies, and sometimes they're kind of like divas. He's like, "Well, I'm happy this one doesn't whine for me. That's good." So I started telling a story about my coach's husky. I'm sorry, my coach's dogs, because there was a time period she had two, and it was one was a husky and the other one was a blue heeler, and it was like night and day. So the husky would be like, hella playful all the time, but then it would always want to like whine and stuff whenever like she left. And then the blue heeler, he was just so he was always just like on point, like ready for the work. He was like, let me know what I need to do today. Let me know what the job is today. Let me know what I need to do. So they were complete opposites. One was very bratty. One was kind of just like, what are we doing today? What's the job? But yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Just making sure. Let me know if there's ever like rain that hits the actual. How's it going? There's rain that ever hits the actual camera or the camera lens up top. Because I am getting a couple raindrops on the screen right now, which is crazy. But yeah. No, I don't play Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls, but I know. I don't. I feel like I've watched some play. But I know your game is about the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, man. That's interesting. I got my cousins from Alabama, and they're big. Obviously, they're big on like roll tides and stuff. And I'm like, do you ever root for the other teams when your team gets knocked out? But sometimes some people take the rivalry too seriously, I guess. It's kind of crazy. So, what is it like, Georgia? It'd be like sometimes people go for like. Actually, she goes for LSU, I believe, because her nephew or something goes to school there. You know what I mean? So unless you have like a relative or a kid that goes to one of them schools, you may or may not root for them. Which is kind of I always thought was funny. Alabama is good. I seen the game yesterday. They finally lost the streak where they've always won their first games of the season or something, and they finally lost the streak. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, Alabama's always gonna historically what they've been dominant past generation or generation and a half. They've been going for a while. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. When I think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna be live streaming less and less. I think a day like this where it has like light rain, it's not too bad. It's pretty manageable. It's pretty manageable to walk around with the camera out. I think like I can't remember when it was. It was either February or March. Actually, it could have been even before that. But I do remember doing these live streams, and how do I explain it? Like it would be outside, it'd be light rain, and then all of a sudden it'd be heavy out of nowhere, and I had to like run under some shelter somewhere. So sometimes I would just chill at the bus stop because they had the little bus shelters. I would just sit there and post up, until the thing cleared out. But those were the days. But it's like we're back to square one. So you know, worst case scenario, I'll just be indoors recording as much gameplay as possible, staying inside. Probably just staying on the laptop, trying to create, type up some things. When I have days off, I'm just gonna try to stay indoors and just do that. All the small money I'm making from my job and etc. I just want to use that and kind of push it forward a bit. I'm already losing my voice already. Not bad. It's really just Ryan Williams. He's a good receiver, good wide receiver. Okay, I guess I got to look out for that. Look out for that name. Excuse me. It's really interesting, man. It's like I'm gonna get my 3 days. Well, This week I get 1 day of work. It's kind of good because it opens up the whole week for me to just enjoy. And if I need to sit at the library, I will just do some gameplay and just record. Worst case scenario, I just stay at home and record from the house. We'll see how the hotspot works out. The thing is, with weather like this, it may or may not work. Um, it may or may not work uh, in the long run, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not too worried about it. Like I say this all the time. I've been saying it to myself a lot, just reminding myself. Like my very first live stream wasn't Thanksgiving, so I did Thanksgiving, just randomly chopped it up, said what's up to people, and then my very first Truancy hour probably goes as far back as February or March. So I have to continue just creating up until then. So I told myself when I get to the 200s, it's my decision if I want to pre-record. But if I don't pre-record, I will. If I don't pre-record, I'm basically gonna. How to explain this? I'm basically gonna just do a mixed bag of stream and then pre-recorded podcasts. It also sucks because I gotta monitor the weather because I'm trying to do my basketball live streams. I thought about doing it this morning. Something told me to go back to sleep. I went back to sleep, and it made sense because it was just raining so much. It was like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to be outside anyway. I was gonna have to go to the sheltered court, which ain't bad. Not a bad thing. Yeah. Let me know how my connection get, man. I'm trying to avoid. Hold on. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid the. Actually, I don't know if you're still there, my guy. The back of the jersey is Williams. The back of the jersey is Williams. Yeah, that's his last name. Yeah, the last name is supposed to go on the jersey. Um, I was gonna say if you're still there, let me know if you want me to hit the actual coffee joint because that way I'm indoors. But if I'm not there, I'll probably just go to the store. I'm thinking about just going to the store because it is Monday, so I might just end up going there. But last time I think I went and grabbed pad thai, but it's just I'm not trying to spend too much money. Let me check something real quick. All right, give me a second. I gotta check something real quick. Oh, is it on? Hold on. All right, let me know if I'm back. Let me know if my connection is back. Every time I hit this block right here, it starts getting a little choppy. So we'll see, man. The other solution I had was just going to grab the you know mosey on over to the teriyaki joint. They probably won't care if I'm live streaming in there, but it is what it is. I might just be in there, just chilling out, just living my life here, man. Let me know if I'm back though. Let me know if I'm back though, man. I had my screen. I blacked it out personally, and then when I came back, it just stayed blacked out for a while. So I don't know necessarily what happened there. But my bad if anyone tuned in or out during that time period, man. So we'll see though, man. Let me get it down the street. Let me see what's happening over here. The reason why I want to go is because they got some good meals and shit. I don't know what the price is. I don't know what the price is gonna be like. Yeah, you know what, man? Fuck all that. I'm not spending no money. I really might just walk over to the joint with the smoothies and shit, because at least they have some drinks that aren't coffee. Because I don't want to be drinking coffee today. That's my main thing. I'm not trying to drink coffee because I know tomorrow I gotta clock in. You know, since I'm clocking in, I'm trying to save as much energy as possible. You know what I mean? Yeah, you posted it. Check them out next time. I feel like I'm not supposed to be in there right now. Last time I was there, I was in a voice chat, which is funny. I was in a VC, just hanging out, and then I was like, just let me know if it gets too loud. It started getting loud in the background, so I wasn't even mic'd up. I just had headphones, but there's too much going on. There was just too much going on. I don't even know. Truly, though, I'm just walking right now. I'm truly just walking right now. I will say too, from the last couple of videos, live streams, etc., all that stuff, all that good stuff. Shout out to all of the bots, man. Shout out to all them bots. Lots of bots coming in and out. You know, whether it be the chat, the videos, whatever. Shout out to all the bots showing up. Shout out to all the, I'm not even mad at the weird channels that leave comments. Like, it is what it is. Like, sometimes there's weird channels. Some of y'all know who you are. Some of you guys got just some weird ass channels. Leaving comments, getting real comfortable. You know what I mean? Leaving comments and getting real comfortable here. Shout outs to you. Thank you for dropping in. I'm gonna tell you something funny. You guys let me know if you get to this part or not. Matter of fact, I'll wait for more people to drop in. I doubt it though. We'll see, man. We'll see. 1 second. Had to clean the all the rain droplets off of the phone. You know, that's the thing. I could go out there and just chill, but I'm like, do I want to be that guy that's just chilling out here, streaming and chilling? But we'll see. I don't really want to be that guy. You know, hit my numbers, hit my marks, and I'm good. Yeah, but hell no. That's one thing, man. People be leaving dookie on the sidewalk. I'm tired of that. I don't care what city you're in, man. If your city's out there leaving dookie on the sidewalk, man, it's terrible out here. It's terrible, I'm telling you. What's wrong with people leaving excrement on the sidewalk? You got the excrement on the sidewalk. What you doing that for? Clean up, man. You got to clean up. It's no good. It's no good, man. All the times I walk past the Greek joint, I might want to try it now. Damn, I might have to do it. Damn, I might have to do it. That's crazy as hell. I can barely talk right now. That's what's crazy. That's the other crazy part. I can barely talk, man. I might see. That's what I'm saying. Like I was like, I shouldn't. I have the habit of jumping on live stream, but I shouldn't have to unless I need to. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't need to. But I'm trying to utilize the time here. My bad. Yeah, I'm trying to utilize the time here. So that's why you got me just walking, man. How's it going? Should I try it though? I don't know. Like I said, that's why I needed the feedback here. I wasn't sure if I should walk back in and try it. Otherwise, I was just gonna sit out. See, the thing is, man, the seats is wet, so I'm not trying to be out there for too long. I might go over there and check them out though. I like talking to the people, man. I ain't hurting too bad, cash wise. I guess, man. I ain't hurting too bad. It was like sometimes, sometimes you just want to sit up, post up on the stream, whatever. It just happens to be that time period right now. So I might see. If that ain't the case, man. Actually, you know what I might do? I might walk over to the gas station and I might grab a ramen. Some funny shit. Might do it like that. Let's do that, man. For all time's sakes on a rainy day. Let's get the ramen joint. Let's do something funny. What's going on here? They got the walkout for Palestine on the 4th or the 7th, I believe. I just saw the poster for it. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what that means. Is that work or school? I gotta look at the flyer. That's the fucked up part. Is like sometimes you just need to get paid. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. Like you need to get paid. So yeah. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody stashed a picture up in here. Hold on, man. There goes the Kajuken Bobra, karate, judo, and jiu-jitsu, kempo, both Chinese Western boxing. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody stashed this shit. Some random shit there. I just saw the females. That's all I was looking at. Truthfully. Shit, man. Put that shit back. Bruh, put the shit back. I can't with this. I can't with this right now. Come on, man. Yo. It is what it is, man. This shit is not my problem. I swear to God. That's why I gotta stop. That's what I need to stop, man. The shit is not my problem. I need to stop. Because the shit is not my problem. Looks like they're finally working on it right here. They're finally working on this. They've been working on the field and all the other things for a minute. Supposedly they were going to add a little more surveillance over there. You know, I used to just be over here chiefing on the side, little tables by the side, just chiefing over there, living my life. You know. So yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm so used to just like constantly saying good morning. I remember, I think it was afternoon yesterday, sometime around 1 or something, 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly. But the girls come by to go at the card shop, you know, to get dropped. Their dad drops them off, and I just give them all a high five, give them both a high five, excuse me, and then I dap up the dad. And I remember I was saying good morning to all of them, and then the youngest is like, morning. I was like, I looked at her for a second because I looked outside. It was sunny. I was like, you know what, you're right. It's afternoon. But we've been here since like 12:30, so I forget. Like literally, afternoon is literally like afternoon. Noon being 12 p.m. And sometimes I forget, but it's literally afternoon. It's literally afternoon. But some days, if I wake up late, if I'm getting my day started late, it just feels like morning. Everything is just morning. It's good morning in the nighttime for some people. There's some people I know that live stream at night, and they're on a different time zone. They're actually a couple hours ahead. So it's like the fact that they're live streaming at night, but that's their morning. That's how it be sometimes. They're just night owls. But I guess like if we're being technical, morning is always, before 12. I don't know, from dawn till 12. From dawn to noon. That's morning. Everything from there is like I don't want to say midnight, but something along those lines. Then there's midnight and there's past midnight. How's it going? I didn't even see me. Brett didn't even see me. How's it going, man? So I don't know if you saw me, but like the what was I gonna say? That's the one of the coffee joints I go to. I used to go there in the mornings. I grab a coffee and a little breakfast. You know, I haven't been there in a while because I was working out in the summer. I went there after working out one morning. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. I gotta get used to that shit though. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's throwing me off, man. Like I'm starting to wake up a little later on days that I'm off, and I'm off most of the week. I'm off at the most 4 days a week. Sorry, at the minimum 4 days a week, and I work at the most 3 days a week. So it's just like I'm trying to, you know, get my hours where I can and utilize my time and money as best as I can. But I'm spending a lot of it. Like I spend a lot of money on the weekend. I spend a lot of money at the claw machine. I spend a lot of money on Saturday during the Tacoma thing. So I was at Tacoma just getting the T-shirts for people. So I was doing a bit of that. And yeah, man, that's how it is. Let's get this ramen. Let's get the instant noodles here. It's like a bowl of noodles too. They got different kinds, you know. They got different kinds. So we're gonna find out in a second. We got the fiend looking boy. Let's see what's happening with him. I'm always thinking I need a swing. I'm thank God I never have to. But, you know, just in case, right? Just in case. That's what it is. Oh, they got the lays out. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's go, man. Ah, shit. Let's see what's happening here. I think last time they had the hot water, and I did it when it was cold. So we're gonna see here. All right, ready? Oh, we got the bowl noodles in the cup. Now I don't know which one for. They have a lot of shrimp, but I think let's get the beef. Beef. There it is. Let me know if it's back. Let me know if it's back. I switched the windows, but hold on. Yep. As long as the timer's going, it should be back. But anyway, the the whole area, you know, depending on where the money's at, if the money is even there, construction moves fast. And during the time I was growing up here, it was like it wasn't moving at all. There was nothing getting taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Certain back streets and certain potholes or whatever just weren't being filled in. All the gentrification now, things are being taken care of now. For me to sit there and say like, "Oh, the money is there," I'm not saying it isn't. I can't, like I said, I can't prove it. Money may or may not be there. There's hella bugs here, hella little bagworms. Yeah, damn it. Well, there's hella bagworms, man. Get the fuck off. Hella bagworms. But not saying that there isn't money there. Not saying that there isn't whatever. That people aren't donating or doing some whatever. You know, uh, charity kind of thing. Some nice kind of philanthropy. I'm not saying that that isn't happening. But I am saying like, why didn't it happen when it was bad? You know what I mean? When the people who are living here could have had a chance. What's up with that? So a lot of it is really like you think about the mentality of individuals, if not certain people. You know, you really got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps sometimes. I hate to say it that way. I hate to even think that way, but you would think people who are less fortunate or don't feel that great about themselves mentally, because everyone talks about mental health now. It's a normal thing, but it's like, okay, let's take into account all the levels and degrees of mental health in that capacity. It's like if people went through generations of some shit and they're only left with their own devices, if not their devices being a little more malfunctional because of all the trauma they went through. Every generation, whether it's country to country or like state to state, which is here, like in house, you would think that these people need the most help, but you know, everyone's individual mental health matters simply because your threshold of the pain that you can handle or deal with is always going to be different than someone who, you know, technically has it worse. Like, you know, maybe the shit that you can handle is lightweight compared to someone else. Maybe the shit you can handle is heavyweight compared to what someone else can handle. So there's a bit of like everyone has to pull a little bit of their own weight here. That's the whole point I'm trying to make, you know. You can't expect people that had it better than you to have the wherewithal, one, to help you out without them knowing necessarily, but also two, you know, simply like some people would just observe some shit. I might observe some hood shit, and I'm like, you know, man, I understand certain times when certain people are making a choice. I just leave them right there. You know, I got a couple of friends that they try their best. They live very privileged and live very well. And I think that everyone kind of just needs a bit of help. And I'm not mad at that thought process, but I'm like, you'd be surprised at the people who are bullshitting. I stood on the side of people who helped me along the way, but they themselves pretty much were refusing to help. Every time I helped them, they would kind of just use it and go backwards. And it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So that's that, man. Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.